and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're back on GT Sport and we're back with another test drive of another new car that was included in patch 1.19. This time we're testing out the Group 4 Megane, the Megane trophy car that has been added in. A very nice car indeed. One of my favourite cars that I've driven on pretty much. There's quite a few cars, I think Project Cars 2 I really enjoyed it on, and it's just such a nice looking car. It looks so mean and so aggressive, and it handles normally on other games very well, and this game is no exception. This car handles absolutely amazing. The top speed I'm not too sure on. I think it's lacking a little bit of speed. However, I think you can make some of that time up in terms of just pushing it so fast around the corners. It's going to be really interesting to see how competitive this is. I've done a lap at the Suzuka, as you can see. I'm just showing you the replay footage at the moment. We're going to go on board with that footage when the lap's finished, and I'm going to just talk you through why I think the car is so nice to drive and why it's going to do so well. Obviously this is a second Megane now that's in the Group 4 class. The first Megane is obviously front wheel drive, and this is obviously rear wheel drive and mid engine. So this car is pretty much the perfect balance for a race car. You know, this has got the proper drivetrain for good lap times on corners and stuff. The other Megane is an okay car. It's got a lot of straight line speed, probably a lot more than this. However, this has got obviously the cornering ability. The original Megane that's in the game suffers a little bit when it comes to, you know, putting the power down with, because it's front wheel drive. This you can just really plant the foot and you can carry a lot of speed coming through the 130R up straight ahead. Now the speed that you can carry is it's just easy. I feel like I could have pushed more. Look how much space I've got to the curb, and that was carrying more speed than I did in the Ferrari. This car actually handles fairly similar to the Ferrari, but it's got more front end grip to push you through the corners, that you can actually get on the power so much earlier with this car. I think it lacks a little bit in terms of top speed compared to the Ferrari, but it's such a nice car. We're going to have a little watch of the lap now, and I'm going to just talk you through, you know, where you can really push, and you're going to see riding on board straight away. You can see it seems to handle curves really well. It doesn't seem to have any issues with the curves. It's got really good visibility as well. You can see there, really nice view of the track. There's nothing really blocking your view of the apexes. A nice car to be sat in when you're in on the onboard footage, like I play on board in the cockpit. So going into turn one, just watch the amount of speed that you can carry. I mean, I think I could have pushed more here. Down to fourth gear, and I just lift and just let it drift out to wide, and then just look how positive the front end is on this car. You can just floor it and point. It's literally everywhere you want to put it, the car will just go there. And this is the type of car that will suit my driving style. I'm really looking forward to you know, seeing how competitive this is at other tracks. Suzuka is a very good track to test the car on, because it's got a lot of power zones, but it's also got a real handling section. You know, the real sweeping corners really do test the car's handling ability. And obviously there is no Spa on GT Sport yet. If Spa was on there, I would test the car there, because that is also a great track to test on in terms of like handling and speed. But this track has also got the power, so you can see how much speed I can carry under the bridge. And we go through, I think this was like my third lap drive in the car, so you know, I'm nowhere near pushing it. And that second sector split there has just matched my Ferrari's best second sector split that I did when I hit my 207.5. Now this is the issue now. It's going to lose speed from this point onwards. Obviously I can push a little bit harder on that. I think I can gain about at least 3-4 attempts in that first two sectors, and then I can push a little bit more around this left hand. You're going to see now I didn't really hook this corner up perfectly. I missed the apex a bit there and run wide, so I couldn't really get on the power as well as I would have liked. But just look how easy it gets on the power going through this corner. It's very similar to the Ferrari. Look how you can see how more positive the front end is, because it starts getting a bit of oversteer because it's got such a strong front end. And you're going to see the difference straight away in this corner now. Watch how fast I can just plant this into the apex, and just pretty much it has space left to take fast. You can see there, look how much room I've got. I could have took that faster, and I don't even have to. I can actually do smooth inputs to reduce the loss of speed when you put your steering inputs in. Attacking the curbs straight over on the power really early. A little bit of twitch on the rear end, but I like that. This is the type of car that I'm going to enjoy driving, and I'm really happy they've added this car in. And it seems to be based. The BOP seems okay. You know, 208.1. That isn't an overpowered lap, but there is a lot more available. I think I can get this pretty much close to the best lap I've done so far at this track in the GR.4, the Group 4 cars. I think this car can get down to a very low 207. Some people will definitely be able to get this into the 206s, the late 206s. That's obviously done with BOP on and the racing hard tyres. So It looks like this is going to obviously be a fairly strong Group 4 car. I think its strongest point is going to be in race conditions because it's got such a nice handling ability. I think you're going to be able to be really consistent at putting the lap times in with this. I'm not 100% sure whether it's going to be the fastest in terms of the time trial for qualifying. However, I think in race situations this is going to be a really nice car, and it's definitely going to improve the Renault in FIA manufacturer events, because I think I'd rather go this Megane than the other Megane that's in the Group 4 class at the moment. Obviously, it all depends on the tracks that are selected, but I think if there's any handling tracks, this is going to be very strong on them type of tracks. So, twisty tight tracks, this is definitely going to be an extremely strong car. It's just that tracks like Monza, it's probably going to be fairly weak because it seems to lose a lot in terms of its power. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with this car, with whether people can get very close to the ultimate time of the Group 4 cars. There's been some other BOP changes within the Group 4 cars. I think the Toyota 86 has actually had its power reduced. That's a strange one for me. I find that it was already quite slow on the straights anyway. To actually reduce the power even more, I think it's a bit strange, but they're trying to get everything balanced, but I think that might have went the wrong way. There were some other strange decisions as well in the BOP that I've seen, but you have to let them see what actually happens with them before you can proper comment, and it'll be interesting to see what changes they've made will affect the top 10 leaderboards, and whether they've done something a little bit too much or not. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that very quick preview of the Megane. I certainly enjoyed driving that car. Very fun car to drive, amazing handling, it grips, it pretty much goes where you want it to, and it's got a lot of rear stability, so it should be fairly good to drive on the control pad, I would think, especially with the front end and the rear stability. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Click that notification button so you don't miss any future videos. I do upload every single day, so make sure you check out the other videos on the channel also. Thanks again for watching, everyone.